Residents in North London have accused Barnet Council of social cleansing because of plans for a multi-million-pound redevelopment of their estate in West Hendon. They claim it'll force out hundreds of low-income families. And tonight, campaigners are gathering to protest outside the local town hall. Our reporter Nick Beak is also there. Nick.
Riz, they're making their views extremely clear tonight. There's a late sitting of a public inquiry which is looking at this scheme. Right across the capital, we've seen the conflict between communities and developers. Everyone agrees that more housing is needed in London, but what form that takes and at what cost to the local community, well, that is a highly contentious issue. Building a brighter future or ripping out the heart of the community. The West Hendon estate is being knocked down block by block and replaced with 2,000 new flats. There's not one for Alex Finney though. Once homeless, he's been here for the past 6 years, but Barnet Council says there won't be room for unsecured or temporary tenants.
I'd like to stay in West Hendon because it's a fine community and there's loads of friends and there's a support network like doctors, GPs, friends and all sorts all in the area. So I'd rather be part of the regeneration and stay on the estate.
Residents are also angry there'll only be 250 flats for social housing, lower than first promised and about half what's here now. It's not just some council tenants who say they're being forced out. Some leaseholders here who bought their council houses during the 1980s thanks to right to buy say they're now being priced out because of this development. 71-year-old Joe Colleen is being forced to sell his house, but says the £175,000 he's been offered is well below market value and half the selling price of the replacement flats.
Oh, despicable, despicable. They tell you nothing, they just make an offer and such either take it or leave it. That's the impression they give us, but we're not taking it.
This evening, residents marched to the public inquiry, which is looking at the way Barnet has used compulsory purchase orders to make people sell. Protesters claim it all amounts to social cleansing. But the council leader denies both the authority and developers Barnet Metropolitan have put profit before people.
I am convinced that this will be a good result for all the people in Barnet, particularly the people on the estate. And that's why we're doing it. I mean, the buildings are grotty down there. They need rebuilding, there can be no doubt. And the way you rebuild an estate is that you put in private housing, which pays for the rebuilding.
And the council insists all tenants on secured agreements will have a home here. And homeowners can buy shared ownership flats helped by compensation money. Well, these campaigners will be heading inside in the next few minutes or so. Some of them will be speaking as part of this inquiry. It began this week. It's due to end next Friday. The inspector will then go away, consider all the evidence she's heard and come back with a recommendation. But ultimately, Riz, this is a decision that will be made by Eric Pickles, the Community Secretary.
Nick, thanks very much. It's often our first